people think we're religious. Crossing my river line. That's wrong. Not religious, not fanatical about Christianity. Where I am is disenchanted by the fact that the entire religion was based on the slaughter of and then the whole concept of it was misrepresented. Enough so that, tribal cultures all around the world were murdered or slaughtered in the name of somebody that's dying on the cross. You try to get Jesus out, right? You pray to Jesus, right? You know what he says, right? Can you tell him that I'm dying on the cross here? I can't help him until they get me off the cross. Until then, stop praying to me because I can't do anything.
I just want to comment on the portion earlier comparing the coca plant to alcohol. I just want to say, you might think, oh, wow, he's just bringing that shit up because he just took this shit, and it just excuses you. I just want you guys to understand. There are probably hundreds of thousands, if not a million, more than a million, that are incarcerated all around the world because you have made a plant that has been used for thousands of years in tribal cultures of Central and South America for probably the same things as coffee and, like, I don't know, like a psychedelic trip, man. It allows somebody to go and walk for a longer distance, to pick up stuff, hunters to go and hunt. It allows people to climb mountains for an endurance. It's an endurance performance enhancer. It allows communication with the spirit world by way of as I said before, by way of so no matter what all the stuff I'm saying, the biggest thing about it is there's probably hundreds of thousands of human beings that are seeing things right now that should not be. Do you understand? Your laws regarding this, you overlook the fact that, it takes so long to get him through, the marijuana bill, that probably came out, this took a long time before we finally said, okay, it's legal, and then the federal level is still not, it's still taking hands if you do it. You see? This is what your lawmakers do. They allow your children to sit in cages for an indefinite amount of time. Just because they can't think about the fact that any plant that comes out of the ground that you deem illegal is a strike against God. It's a strike against the Mother Earth and what she provides to every human being. You've already taken the tribal culture, right? You ripped them out of the tribal settings and you stuck them in a factory to work for you 12 hours a day, right? What? And you give them cars, and you give them credit cards, and you give them, you Americanize them, right? This is what you do to them, right? This is what you did to them.
Yeah, I was recording.
Now, on top of all that, you've done to them.
I'm stopping now.
I mean, I'm going to charge my phone. They get on the way back.
No, it's okay.
When they try to go back to access their tribal heritage, DNA, their tribal connection to Mother Earth, the things that they used, right, to to get them that connection. Yeah? The things that Mother Earth and God provided to the tribal cultures to connect to different dimensions in the spirit world to receive information to help the tribe, shaman. That's what they do. They didn't have labs. They didn't have lab rats. They didn't test test the plants on half the tribe and see if it kills them. They got their information from the source, which then provided healing plants that would heal the tribe. Thousands of years. They didn't need your medicine. And you come along with your pharmaceuticals now, and you deem every plant source of it to be illegal or copywritten. It's fine. The tobacco plant is not. I can't grow tobacco. It's illegal because the tobacco companies all took all the tobacco plants. I got all the seeds and all my seeds. I fucking dare you. Do you understand? There's human beings that are sitting in cages right now for these archaic laws made by mostly white alcoholics to make sure that the inner cities had plenty of guests for their jail system. I say again, the fact here is not that I happen to like the coca plant so much that I'm gonna go ahead and fight for it so I can get to do it for free. The thing of it is right now is that there are human beings that are sitting in cages that should not be. The reason that they're sitting in cages is because these alcoholics fucking 30, 40 years ago made these laws prohibiting the use of tribal medicine, of tribal plant medicine, because they deemed there to be a problem for the working class that has to get up and go to work the next day, and it was causing too many people harm because they spend all their money and stay out and then don't go to work. I say again, it took a long time for marijuana. I still get that. 10 years ago, I spent 28 days in a cage for half a joint of marijuana in my pocket from Asbury Park. Asbury Park judge sentenced me there, and then I needed bail. I didn't have money for bail. I took 28 days, and then I still had to pay a fine. And so for half a joint of marijuana, right? 10 years ago. Now, if they would have did that 10 years ago, I wouldn't have to do it. If they would have done it 20 years ago, all those people that are in cages now wouldn't be. Change the laws. Look at Oregon. All right, someone told me that Oregon they legalized like a portion, like a small quantity, I don't know, whatever, of the coca plant. I suggest you do that very quickly, because those are some of the things that if you believe in a fucking God, the last thing your God wants for you to take his children and stick them in a fucking cage for the plant medicine that he gave them to use. Now, you got opiates, but mostly the things, the most troubling and problematic ones are the pharmaceutical ones, right? The ones that are created in labs, there's no planned source of them. Those are the ones that cause the biggest harm. Those are made by the pharmaceutical companies and then get sprung out, and then become like, an alternative to the real stuff. Kills them, and then but the pharmaceutical, sorry, now we don't have any more to give you of that. You could try this stuff, This fentanyl stuff is supposed to be really good from China. It's cheaper too. So, I suggest legalizing the plant that was used in Coca-Cola 20 years ago. Wait, 450 years. The first batch of Coca-Cola. Wow, that must have tasted really good. And we got a lot of energy, man. You feel like taking that walk up that mountain? Let's go. I suggest you take those people that are in cages right now and get them the fuck out. Release them. Give them. Apologize to them. Give them like some something for the loss of their existence because they were selling a planned source of something. A planned source of something that a guy he gets mixed with shit. Put some fentanyl in it, man. Because to make money. But if the plant was decriminalized, I can grow it myself, and I wouldn't have any of that problem. Instead, you make it legal. You take those human beings, stick them in cages. That deem it's the only thing I can find that's anything close to what used to be a communication device from in my past lives as a shaman for many tribal cultures. And this, I'm stuck here with all of you, saying what happened. I know what happened. You don't want the tribal people that you pulled out of the tribal setting and stuck in a cat factory. You don't want them to run back to the tribes, right? You want them to still stay in that factory and be your slaves. Well, and in that plant source, those plants, that plant medicine might just change their minds. Wink, wink, going like, oh shit, you know what? What? Fuck this shit. Let's go back, man. That's what you're scared of. And so you take these plants, and you then controlled substance, or whatever it's called, CSB, CBD, CDC, whatever the fuck you call it. How do you control something a plant that comes out of the ground, the Mother Earth and God? Oh, it's supposed to be poison. No, it's not. If it was poison, let's see, thousands, hundreds of thousands, or maybe a couple of million, 11 million maybe. Central American and Mayan, Incan, the Andes, the Mexican, Florida, Mexico, they would have been like dead a long time before the Spaniards came over and sliced it, cut them up, and killed them just for their gold and their land. So do yourselves a favor, because the reason you're keeping it illegal, is because you don't want, let's see, all these people all of a sudden they don't want to go to work now. You're gonna wake up the next day and they realize, oh, fuck, I want to go back to my tribe. So instead, you put them in cages and let them live their whole life. This is gonna start 25 years because he was driving this stuff past a no school zone, a no drugs-free school zone. So that because of that, we tacked on 10 years in his life. He's getting 25 years for that. I suggest you release these people pretty quickly, because these are one of the things that God has on his list. Your mother has on her list of things like, did they change this yet? No? Oh shit, all right. How many they got so far? Only 1 out of 20. Oh. Okay, then there really is not a chance in the hell they're gonna make it. I'm sorry. We tried. I suggest you jump on it quickly. I suggest you make retribution and what is that called? Retro something, right? When you basically kiss the person's ass that you fucking threw into a cage for no other reason than to keep the tribal people, nice and quiet. Give him some more alcohol. That'll make him the white man's poison. That'll make him really, nice and comfortable. Yeah. And they'll just sit there and just keep on doing the work. Yeah. They'll get drunk then that night, and the morning they get up, oh, I gotta go to work because I need to have a drink after work. Just keep on doing that to them, and they'll be fine. Make sure they don't get any of those tribal, the coca plant or the DMT, the ayahuasca plant, or any one of the plants that God gave them, that the spirits told them. What do you think? When I was a shaman, and we took the coca plant that we used to chew, and then we made it into you used to have to chew a bag of it, because we brought it down into a rock form where you can actually smoke a little bit and then be able to do your work. Do you think that just came out of in my head, or that came out of the lab rats that we tested it on? That was from the spirit world that you people ignore. That was from the spirit world that helped us be able to do our work and get over there to that. Go over there to get some water, carry back for a lot of, go hunting and go over to the next town over and start building. That's what it did for us. It made you into addicts because it's illegal. And then so the criminal can take a hold of it, and then the police can take a hold of it, and then you'll both fucking the people that do it. So I suggest again, as quickly as possible, take those people that are sitting in cages right now for the use, the sale of anything that has to do with the coca plant, a tribal plant that has been used for thousands of years for healing, for divination, for energy, for all the things that your other stuff does that you haven't made illegal. And take those people out of the cages and kiss their asses, because if you don't, I swear to God, I'm going to stir up something that's going to create a fucking major lawsuit against all you people, every state in the fucking union that puts them in, that puts legal in cages for a plant, that was used, and because they were using it religiously and as part of their culture and heritage, you decided that wasn't enough. Maybe now, with all the 2012 expansion, everything else expanding, COVID, maybe now, people start realizing, holy shit, that's right. They shouldn't have done that. They shouldn't have done that, see? Shouldn't have done that. It's equivalent of like that town in, in the south, or the first black stock market or something on Wall Street, and they're shooting everybody down. Except this one took years and years of putting people in cages. You better fucking do this, because this is one of the ones way on top on the list. And if they're going down the list, if at least they're going on top, they're taking care of them. But I'm telling you now, these aren't 10 commandments. These are the things you don't do wrong. And if you don't change in the next fucking a little more than 2 years, you don't change that. You're gonna be big fucking trouble as civilization. You know who's fault to this? The billionaire class that can change it. But they won't, because they're the ones that want to kill you all. Have a good night, people. Sorry you're scared. It's not to scare you. It's I mean, running out of time. See that brick wall over there? Unless we steer away from it. No, we're gonna go right through the brick wall. No. We can't go through that brick wall. I'm telling you, steer away from it and go around it. If not, you're gonna kill everybody on the street. No. I'm telling you, they tell us to just keep on going straight, and there's something's gonna happen to the end. At one point, it's just gonna phase out, and then we're gonna go through it. You believe them, right? They're not on this one, they're the one next to it, right? And we're going first, and they're going behind us, right? So they can just turn away. We don't make it to the wall, and they can just turn and go, suckers.
My jaw broken. If I start, I walked up in an ambulance. No, shop it. There's a Shore Medical Center. And I want my jaw shot. One. There's John. Beaten up. Jaw broken. The wall's gone. I'm in Jersey Shore Medical Hospital. We got
I've enjoyed. The war is short. It's not short for how long now. I'm done. You guys win.
Yeah, this next song is very meaningful to people that are loved, but because of what the other person thinks they are, and then as soon as that no longer happens, in other words, if the person doesn't keep up at whatever the person is holding the person for, it's just such a wow, and then they take that love away. Right? So this is a perfect song to understand. That kind of sucks, man. You like that? Yeah. All right. Before you say anything, this could be wax, what do you call it, the concentrates, the marijuana concentrates they sell. I mean, this is the kind of pipe you would smoke that out of as well if you don't have a rig, Stones with But I'd like to say something. I wish at one point, if this ever becomes illegal, which it should be decriminalized. I think it is in Oregon. I would like to smoke this in front of a cop. Actually, you know what I would like to do? I would like to have. So I was thinking about something. This whole issue with the coca plant being legal. At one point, marijuana was illegal. So 28 days in jail and counting half a joint about 10 years ago. At one point, alcohol was illegal, right? And y'all made it a point to make it legal. How would you like it, drinkers, if they took your alcohol? Now, one thing I want to say, if it ever does become legal, I would like to, go in front of a police officer and take a pretty nice hit of I'm gonna call it what I call it, which is rock or bass of the coca plant. And you actually would it be really good if there was a guy there that would do a shot like a beer, took a beer, right? So he drinks a beer and I do a hit of the coca plant, right? And then we continue on that, right? For 7, 8, 9 hits, right? Whatever. We could do whatever, 20 minutes, whatever it takes. Right? And then we'll see, even after 3 or 4 hits of mine to compare to 3 or 4 beers of Hibbs, who's safer to drive and who's more coherent and who's not in any way really affected by the substance. Now, alcohol, of course, is legal, and the other thing that I mentioned is, and you call it something else, something that starts with a C, illegal. Yet, the harmful effects of alcohol are much, much worse than the coca plant. And really interesting is that if you combine both alcohol and the cocoa plant, which I don't recommend, and I've never recommended, and I did it when I was younger, but I don't drink anymore, so don't do it. Because what you end up having is a very awake drunk. Drunk's as bad as it is, but when you're an awake drunk, that's when you get in the car and say, I can do anything, man, don't worry about it. So the problem really isn't with the cocoa plant. That used to be in the first Coca-Cola was using it. The problem is with the alcohol and the amount of alcohol you can drink while on the cocoa plant. So you should definitely bar the drinking of alcohol along with it, but don't stop people from using it. And then people throwing people in cages for using it while there's more actually more murder fatalities related to alcohol. A lot of fatalities related to alcohol, compared to the cocoa plant. Maybe somebody has a heart attack. Well, if they drank 5-6 cups of coffee, would they have a heart attack too? Probably they shouldn't have been doing that because they had a heart problem. Did they know that? Well, why didn't I know that? Before you actually it affects your heart. A lot of these stories are impractical and ways to make the cocoa plant very late moved. At the same time, I'm telling you right now, there's a certain property to the cocoa plant that allows communication, especially with the shamans, and which I was in last life. Communication with the spirit world through sleep deprivation, and also through it's called the Vision Quest. The food and sleep deprivation, and the ability to really stay alert and awake during that fasting and during that period of not sleeping. That then becomes very, you see things, you see other dimensions, you see what you need to see. For any starseeds or Turians, and I'm not promoting its use in any way, shape, or form, and I'm not right now, but for starseeds, it is the ability to communicate back to your star system and your dimension to get information that you need through your DNA. That's what's done for me. I'm not, again, don't quote me, I'm not promoting anything at all. I'm telling you what it's done for me as not a human soul, as a Turian soul. So maybe a lot of the people that end up using it are actually starseeds that were thrown into cages and limited to the garbage that's sold in the street, because the actual cocoa plant is illegal to have the seeds, to have the plant, to have anything to do with the plant. So just think about it. Again, I take one toke of the cocoa plant, and somebody drinks a beer. And 2 tokes of the cocoa plant, and another guy drinks a beer. I take 3 tokes, and another guy drinks another beer. We can do a shot too for this one. You see at the end of even 3, who's more dangerous, and who should be probably locked up if they get into a car and drive away. But at the same time, that you don't do that for them, but you do it for us, right?